Alternate fingerings may not be well in tune played slow, but might work very well played fast. This trill can be problematic, and it comes up in a few places. The notes don't always want to go up when you'd like them to. You can use this alternate instead. Normally the alternate would not be good in slow passages, but it's good in a fast passage. The upper note is flat with 1 and 2. But in a trill, you wouldn't notice it. There were 3 figures there that are a little tricky. The third one's the hardest for me. So rather than speeding up through the third one, which is sort of a common pattern, I sped up during the first, more in the second, and slowed down during the third. In this next passage in the cadenza, there are some octave slurs. They can be tricky. They must be totally clean. When a flute plays these, they are totally clean. In fact, sometimes you can almost not hear that there's an octave in there. So what I like to do is to retain the bottom fingering on each passage, make it a clean lip slur up each time. Moving the valves can cause some funny noises in the middle that you don't want necessarily. When you get to the presto near the end, you probably want to play it fast enough that multiple tonguing would be involved. And it's a triplet pattern, but instead of the ta-ta-ka-ta-ta-ka-ta, in this particular passage I find moving on the ka to be awkward because that's where the 2 repeated notes followed by a third note. It's difficult to move on that ka sound in the third note. So instead I use ta-ka-ta, ta-ka-ta-ta. My final tip for today on this passage, if you play the optional lower octave at measure 140, no problem so far, right? That's a slower tempo for demonstration. But then the next note is that same trill but an octave lower. Here's real fingerings. Very difficult to do, alternating 2 and 4 and 2 and 3. If you study from the Arban book, you might get the idea that the standard fingering for a trill like that might be to use 1, 2, and 3 to 2 and 3. Very easy, but 1, 2, and 3 is so sharp. Instead of the normal fingering, we're doing this. It's hard to get by with that even quickly. So what I'd rather do, I start with 2 and 4. I don't lift 4 when I put the third valve down. So I can do that as fast as I need to, as long as I can control the movement between those 2 notes. There you have it. The Chaminade is a great piece to work on. A lot of musical opportunities in there, which is partly why I did this arrangement in the first place. We can listen to really fine flute players do this piece and be inspired by their musicality and try to produce the same thing on this much larger instrument. It's difficult to do, but doing the difficult is what makes us better. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for listening today.